Let me get you breaking news. There's posturing from both sides and intense posturing ahead of the meeting between US President Donald Trump and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Donald Trump has told journalists, if Putin meeting does not go well, I will walk. The Russian envoy says that the mood ahead of the Putin-Trump talks is extremely combative. The Russian envoy has said talks will take in full spectrum of the Russia-US relations and not just be restricted to ceasefire in Ukraine. And this is where Russia is expanding the scope of the dialogue, which is likely to take place over the next several hours. It won't be restricted, according to the Russians, only to ceasefire in Ukraine, but the full spectrum of Russia-US relations, including the lifting of sanctions on Russia. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says there could be a three-way meeting that could bring effective solutions, and he's feeling rather left out at this stage. President Zelensky of Ukraine says Russia's attempt to demonstrate power ahead of the summit by launching a new assault in the east, he claims that has failed. The Kremlin says Putin-Trump talks could last for at least 6 to 7 hours. The Kremlin has also said that the Putin-Trump one-on-one meeting will be with the participation of their aides. So it won't just be two heads of state, but their aides will also be a part of this meeting. There are many aspects, and this is a high-stakes meeting. It's a very, very crucial meeting because this is a war that's lasted since February 2022. Some said that this would wind up in 7 days. Some said maybe a week or a month at the most. It's 3 years and counting. Joining me now, Sandeep Unnithan, senior journalist, and India Today's Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan. We've reported from ground zero in this conflict. And Geeta, high-stakes meeting. Russians say it's not restricted just to a ceasefire, but are the Americans keeping the scope limited to a ceasefire, or they're also open to a full gamut of relations between America and Russia? Finally, for President Trump, when he said, within 24 hours of my getting into White House, there will be a ceasefire, this is his opportunity.
Well, I do think it's going to be a little beyond just ceasefire, because President Trump, ahead of his meeting with President Putin on board Air Force One, has already said that he's not going to meet Putin representing Zelensky. So that's a very, very crucial statement. He does want a ceasefire because he wants the war to end. It has not been to anybody's benefit, especially the United States of America, which has sent a lot of being part of NATO. So a lot of aid, help that has gone to Ukraine is something that has not been to Trump's liking when he was not in government, and had promised that he would end that as soon as he comes to power. And he's been working towards it, and the only way it can happen is through ceasefire. So that's the reason why ceasefire is essential for Trump. But in this meeting, it is going to go beyond, or should there be an agreement to stop the war or hold fire, it will go beyond the ambit of just ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, because the United States of America will be looking at how far can Putin go in going back a little, because he did speak about land, but more importantly, what does Russia have to offer to the United States of America when it comes to mineral and rare earth minerals?